Welcome to Kaumudy Global. The 2020-2021 Indian farmers' protest against three farm laws that were passed by the Parliament of India in September 2020 was one of the huge protests the country had witnessed. In November 2020, thousands of farmers from Punjab, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh had camped at border points around Delhi against Centre's three farm laws. These laws were repealed a year later. The farmers had suspended their movement in December last year after the Centre repealed the laws and assured them to consider their other demands concerning legal guarantee on MSP, withdrawal of cases against them, among others. Over 8 months after the massive farmers' protests were called off and protest groups disbanded, farmers' organizations have once again taken to the streets in protests and called for a mahapanchayat at Jantar Mantar in the national capital on Monday. Security was beefed up at Delhi borders, including Singhu and Ghazipur, ahead of the demonstration called by farmers' body. Police checked all vehicles entering the capital and security personnel are on alert mode. The Mahapanchayat was called by Samyukta Kisan Morcha, a non-political organization, and other farmers' groups, including Bharatiya Kisan Union, and saw participation of hundreds of farmers from different states. Samyukta Kisan Morcha is an umbrella group comprising around 40 farm organizations, primarily demanding the proper implementation of minimum support price or MSP for crops. In April, Bharatiya Kisan Union leader Rakesh Tikayat had joined the protest held by the Telangana leaders in New Delhi against the Centre's paddy procurement policy and said that there is a need for another protest in the country. Tikayat also added that the farmer umbrella body Samyukta Kisan Morcha will back every chief minister who fights for the farmers' issues. The Mahapanchayat was organized as a one-day-long peaceful event where the protesting farmers reiterated demands such as a legal guarantee on MSP, cancellation of Electricity Amendment Bill 2022, employment opportunities, among others. The protest comes a day after farmer leader Rakesh Tikayat, national spokesperson for the Bharatiya Kisan Union and a prominent face of the Samyukta Kisan Morcha, was detained by the Delhi police at the Ghazipur border on Sunday when he was trying to enter the capital to take part in an unemployment protest organized by farmers at Jantar Mantar. The protest, named Rozgar Sansad, that is Employment Parliament, was organized by the Samyukta Rozgar Andolan Samiti and saw participation from several farmer leaders and organizations. Speaking on why farmers are protesting, the SKM leader Kohar said that earlier during the farmers' movement, the central government had promised to consider all their demands, but they did nothing. So here we are again to discuss and raise our demands and chalk out future strategy of the movement, Kohar said. In view of the farmers' demonstrations, security was beefed up and several farmer leaders, including Kohar, alleged that farmers are being stopped from entering the national capital. Kohar said farmers coming from Punjab, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh were stopped last night and not allowed to reach Jantar Mantar. They were taken to Gurudwara, Bangla Sahib, Rakat Banch and Moti Bagh and later released, he said. Special Commissioner of Police, Law and Order, Sagar Preet Huda said, personnel usually remain deployed at Jantar Mantar, but on Monday, we have deployed additional force in view of Mahapanchayat. In a tweet, police asked motorists to avoid Tolstoy Marg, Sansad Marg, Janpath from Outer Circle Connaught Palace to roundabout Windsor Palace, Outer Circle Connaught Palace, Ashoka Road, Baba Kharak Singh Marg and Pandit Pant Marg. Now, the point to be debated is whether this protest was a necessity and whether there was any political agenda behind the protest. Or is it that some forces with some ulterior motives want to keep anti-government protests alive? Hopefully, discussions and debates in coming days would give answers to these questions.